Hi, I'm Deanna at Key to Music, and I'm going to show you how to play the song Superheroes by The Script. We are going to play this in the open position with 4 chords, C, G, E minor and D. You can play these chords either as 6-string chords or as 3-string chords. If you're doing the 3-string chords, you must be careful not to hit the strings nearest the ceiling and just hit the 3 strings nearest the floor. Okay, so this song only has 4 chords, so in a sense that makes it easy, but it does have a couple of different sections to it, and we need to remember which order they come in. So when it's all written out as a chord chart, it can look quite complicated because we've got this whole page of chords and which order, which section line are we on, and does that line repeat? So the chord chart is very useful for us being able to navigate around the song and understand it. But if we want to get it ready for performance, it's going to be a lot easier if we think about it in terms of which section is which and remember each section as a chunk of information. If you've ever had to learn lines for a play or a skit or a joke or anything like that, or even just remembering how to tell a joke, this is not going to be any harder. It's basically, if you can remember 8 words in a row, you're going to be able to remember 8 chords in a row. So basically, the predominant section that comes up the most is the intro, riff, verse and chorus chords, and all of the chords are the same for those sections. So it's C, G, E minor, D, C, G, E. So the first thing you need to do is learn that section. You can work on the chords in the ways that you already know how to do by practicing the transitions until you have at least 22 chords per minute. The chords in this particular song there's 2 chords in every bar instead of 1 chord in every bar. So you do need to make sure that those chord changes are working. Start this video right now and go and work on each of those transitions. C to G, G to E minor to D, D to G and D to C. And once you've done that, you can skip that part if your chord changes are already fast, but if they're not quite up to speed, do that now. Then you're going to try and memorize that sequence. So you're going to pause the video and you're going to go C, G, E minor, D, C, G, D. You're going to try and remember that sequence. It's actually quite easy because you've got C and G first, then you've got E minor and D. Then you've got C and G first again and 2 Ds. So there's only one tiny difference, and that makes that string of 4 bars. So that's the main chunk of the song, and that's going to be what we hear again and again. We hear it in the intro. And that bit comes in. And then we've got the verse. All her life she has seen all the meaner side of me. Took away the prophet's dream for a prophet on the street. Okay, that's fine. We've had those chords twice round because we had them for the intro, riff, and we had them for the verse. Now, every time there's a normal verse, there is a build that happens right after that's G, C, and D, and that goes, now she's stronger than you know, a heart of steel starts to grow. And if you've played power chords already before, you can play this section as power chords. Now she's stronger than you know, a heart of steel starts to grow. And that gives the whole section that sense of urgency and build that it's in there to provide. The first time we do that, we then go back and we play those 2 bits again. So up until now we've played the intro, then we played the chorus, we played the verse, and then we played the build. And now we're just going to play the verse and the build again. So the next verse goes, all his life he's been told he'll be nothing when he's old. All the tears and all the blows, he won't ever let it show. And we do another build, cause he's stronger than you know, a heart of steel starts to grow. And then we've got a chorus. And the chorus is the same chords as we've already seen again. When you've been fighting for it all your life, you've been struggling to make things right. It's how a superhero learns to fly. We repeat them, and it's just going to be So that's pretty easy because it's just the same thing. After that chorus, we've got a drop where it goes, we've gone loud to do the chorus, now it's going to go quiet. The drop is the same chords as the verse and the chorus, but playing only the first half. So it's just the C, G, E minor, D by itself. And they're singing this uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. So just those 4 chords. Technically, we could call that another section, but it's really just the first half of the section that we already know. So, to recap, we've had an intro, verse 1, build 1, then we repeat to play verse 2, build 2, then we played the chorus, then we had the drop. Now we're gonna play the verse and the build again. So it's going to be verse 3 and build 3. But we only play them once through each this time. So then it's going to be all the hurt, all the lies, all the tears that they cry. When the moment is just right, you'll see fire in their eyes. Build, cause they're stronger than you know. A heart of steel starts to grow. Optional power chords there. And then we have another chorus. And the chorus goes around twice. So this is the second chorus. And we got, when you're fighting for all your life, superhero sense to fly. Extra singing welcome. And we go, da 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 da. Superhero learns to fly. And now we repeat those same chords, and the riff to the song comes in. But it's quieter, but it's still the exact same chords. And it goes, the one goes, she's got a lion in her heart and fire in her soul. He's got a beast in his belly, it's so hard to control. Cause they take it too much hits, take it blow by blow. Light a match, stand back, watch him explode again. Lion in her heart and a fire in his soul. He's got a beast in his belly, it's so hard to control. Cause they take it too much hits, take it blow by blow. Light a match, stand back and watch him explode. So you can hear there's a slightly different melody there, but it's still the exact same chords. And now we've just got 2 more choruses and 2 more times round with the riff. So that's another 4 times round of these chords. So now you know how I told you to go and memorize them at the beginning of the video. Once you've got them, you've really got like 90% of the song. So you may be feeling like, okay, this will make sense, but I kind of can't remember all the sections you just told me about. They're going to be listed out for you, and what I'd suggest you do is play along with the run through the song I'm going to do at the end, very simply, with those sections in front of you. It's a lot easier to just look at a section and play that than it is to follow every single chord on the sheet music for the song. So that's where you want to get to eventually, even though the chord chart is very useful as a way of understanding and playing each part. So I'm going to play it from the top, calling out which section we're on. When you're at the point that you've managed to get the chords going fast enough, and you can play each individual section at the right speed, try playing along with this, and I'll just call out where we are. Those of you that enjoy singing, the sooner you add words on, the better. If you already know power chords, you can sort of make it fancier by playing power chords during the build. Otherwise, it's great to just play the 3-string chords if that's where you're at with your playing. So I'm going to go from the top, and we've got the intro riff, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. All the life she has seen, all the meaner side of me. They took away the prophet's dream, or the prophet on the street built. Now he's stronger than you know. lion in a heart and a fire in his soul. Beast in his belly, it's so hard to control, cause they've taken too much hits, take it blow by blow. A match stand back and watch him explode. He's got a lion in a heart. I played the wrong chord there. So that was just still the same chords going round and round. At this point we're in those same chords until the end. If you do make a mistake like that, don't just stop and tell everyone. Just pause, work out where you are, come back in at the beginning of the next section. So let's just take it from the repeat of that quiet verse. She's got a lion in her heart and a fire in her soul. He's got a beast in his belly, it's so hard to control, cause they've taken too much hits and they take it blow by blow. Light a match, stand back and watch them explode. Chorus, you've been fighting for it all your life. Struggling to make things right, so a superhero learns to fly. And it goes round again, fighting for it all your life. You've been working every day and night, that's how a superhero learns to fly. Then we have the intro riff, same chords. And then we'll probably end on that, the recording ends on that. So we may make it a little bit shorter and take maybe one chorus out at the end, but essentially that's how the song goes. So we've got intro riff, verse build, repeat the verse, repeat the build, chorus, drop, another verse build, chorus 2, intro riff over the same chords, quiet verse over the same chords, chorus over the same chords, intro riff over the same chords, and all of those sections happen twice. That might seem like a lot, but it's actually, once you play it through a few times, it'll start to make sense. So enjoy that.